Ex-cruise director exposes what crew really think of senior cruisers. After 11 years working on cruise ships, I've heard crew members talk about every type of passenger imaginable, but there's one group that comes up more than any other: senior cruisers. And what crew really think about them might surprise you. Some of it's incredibly positive, some of it's brutally honest, and all of it comes straight from former crew members who've spent years serving this exact demographic. If you want the inside scoop on how to be the senior cruiser crew members actually love working with, hit that subscribe button right now, because today we're exposing 15 truths straight from the crew lounge. Let's dive in. Number 1, they genuinely appreciate your patience. Here's something former crew members bring up constantly. Senior cruisers tend to have a level of patience that younger passengers simply don't. One former cabin steward told me she could always count on her senior guests to be understanding when she was running behind or when something wasn't perfect. When a younger passenger's towels aren't restocked by noon, the complaint goes straight to guest services. But seasoned senior cruisers, they'll simply mention it politely, give their steward time to fix it, and move on. Former crews say this single trait makes seniors some of their favorite passengers to serve. It reduces stress, builds mutual respect, and creates a more pleasant working environment. So if you're a senior cruiser, know that your patience doesn't go unnoticed. Crew members talk about it, appreciate it, and it's one of the main reasons they genuinely enjoy serving your demographic. Number 2, the early bird schedule is a crew member's dream. Former dining staff will tell you this without hesitation. Senior cruisers who eat early dinners make their jobs infinitely easier. The majority of passengers flood the dining room between 7 and 9 p.m., creating chaos in the kitchen. But seniors who prefer the 5:30 seating, they get faster service, less crowded dining rooms, and crew members who aren't yet exhausted from a 12-hour shift. One former maitre d' explained it this way: the early dinner crowd gets his full attention in genuine conversation because he's still fresh. By 8:30 p.m., he's on autopilot. Seniors who go to bed earlier also avoid the late-night noise complaints that plague crew members. Crew understand the frustration, but they wish more guests would embrace the quieter early schedule that makes everyone's cruise more pleasant. Number 3, they're the best tippers, and crew compare notes. This is something former crew will admit off the record. They absolutely compare notes about who tips well, and senior cruisers consistently rank at the top. But here's the insider secret most passengers don't know. Crew members don't just notice your tips, they share that information with other crew. A cabin steward who receives a generous tip from a senior couple on day 1 will quietly let the bartender, waiter, and concierge know. Suddenly, that couple finds their drinks arrive faster, their cabin is cleaned earlier, and requests are handled with extra care. Former crews say this isn't favoritism, it's human nature. Seniors who tip consistently throughout the cruise build a reputation that follows them from department to department. Your generosity is noticed, discussed, and rewarded in ways you'll never see directly. Number 4, they actually read the daily planner. Former entertainment directors love senior cruisers for one simple reason: they actually show up to events. A former cruise director told me she could always count on the 60-plus crowd to fill seats at trivia, lectures, and afternoon shows. Seniors circle activities in pen, plan their day around them, and arrive 5 minutes early to get good seats. When seniors pack the room and engage with the performance, it creates momentum. One former entertainer admitted that afternoon performances, mostly attended by older guests, often felt more rewarding than flashy evening shows because the audience was truly present and engaged. Number 5, the complaint double standard. Here's the uncomfortable truth former guest services agents don't like to admit. When a senior cruiser complains, crew take it more seriously. One former manager explained it this way: if a 30-year-old complains about an overcooked steak, it's logged and forgotten. But if a 70-year-old makes the same complaint, staff assume it's legitimate because seniors complain far less often. Crew know that seniors have higher expectations because they've cruised more and have seen how things should be done. When something genuinely bothers a senior guest enough to mention it, crew assume it's a real problem worth fixing immediately. However, seniors who complain constantly lose this advantage. The key is balance. Speak up when something truly matters, but save your credibility for issues that genuinely affect your cruise. Number 6, they prefer conversation over technology, and crew love it. Former crew members consistently mention this. Senior cruisers actually talk to them like human beings. While younger passengers tap their phones and barely make eye contact, seniors ask about hometowns, families, and how long crew have been at sea. One former cabin steward from the Philippines said her favorite part of the job was conversations with senior guests who genuinely wanted to know about her life. This human connection matters deeply to crew members who spend months away from their families. A simple conversation, remembering their name, asking how their day is going, these small gestures make the demanding job feel more meaningful. Former crew say they're far more likely to go the extra mile for guests who treat them as people rather than service robots. Number 7, the cabin state they secretly dread. Here's a truth former cabin stewards wish they could tell senior guests directly. Leaving prescription bottles scattered everywhere makes them incredibly anxious. Senior cruisers often travel with 10, 15, sometimes 20 different medications spread across the bathroom counter, dresser, and nightstand. Former stewards explain the problem. They're terrified of accidentally knocking over these bottles or having pills fall and get lost while cleaning. If a guest later claims their medication is missing, even if it's simply rolled under the bed, the steward becomes the immediate suspect. The solution is simple. Use a clear toiletry bag or small organizer to keep all medications together in one secure spot. This gives your steward peace of mind to clean thoroughly without worry and protects your medications from getting lost or damaged. Number 8, mobility aids are a hidden blessing. Former crew members will tell you this. Senior cruisers who use canes, walkers, or mobility scooters are often easier to help than younger passengers who refuse to admit they need assistance. Crew are trained to assist passengers with mobility challenges, and they do it gladly. But they can only help if you're honest about what you need. Former crew say seniors are generally more willing to ask for help boarding tenders, navigating stairs, or reaching high shelves. This honesty prevents injuries and creates a safer environment. The crew members who appreciate senior cruisers most are those in guest services and security because seniors tend to plan ahead, request assistance early, and follow safety protocols without ego getting in the way. Number 9, they know the drink package math and crew respect it. Former bartenders love when senior cruisers understand exactly how drink packages work. Unlike younger passengers who try to drink their money's worth in 24 hours, seniors approach it strategically. One former bartender said his best interactions were always with older guests who ordered premium cocktails slowly throughout the day, maximizing value without getting sloppy drunk. Former crew also noticed that seniors stick with signature drinks rather than demanding complicated custom orders that slow down service. This efficiency is deeply appreciated during busy pool deck hours when bartenders are serving hundreds of drinks. Number 10, the hidden judgment about dress codes. Here's an uncomfortable truth from former dining staff. They absolutely judge passengers who ignore dress codes, and seniors who respect formal night traditions earn major points. One former maitre d' admitted that when he saw senior guests dressed elegantly for formal night, while younger passengers showed up in shorts, it reinforced his belief that seniors simply have more class. Former crew say seniors who embrace the tradition create an atmosphere that makes the entire dining experience feel more special. Crew members are proud of the elegant environment they help create, and they appreciate guests who contribute to it. If you're a senior cruiser who still packs formal wear, know that dining staff genuinely appreciate the effort. Number 11, they're the medical emergency crew see most. This is the harsh reality former medical staff don't sugarcoat. Senior cruisers account for the majority of onboard medical emergencies. Heart attacks, falls, medication reactions, strokes happen disproportionately to older passengers. But here's what former medical crew want you to know. The seniors who prevent emergencies by being prepared are the ones they never have to see. That means bringing enough medication for the entire cruise plus extra days, wearing appropriate footwear to prevent falls, staying hydrated, and not overexerting during excursions. The smartest senior cruisers pace themselves, listen to their bodies, and aren't embarrassed to sit out an activity if they're not feeling 100%. Medical crew respects seniors who prioritize their health over ego. Number 12, they leave the cleanest cabins at disembarkation. Former cabin stewards will confirm this. Senior cruisers almost always leave their cabins in better condition than any other age group. While younger passengers leave wet towels everywhere and trash scattered around, seniors tend to strip their beds, organize their belongings, and leave the cabin relatively tidy on the final morning. One former steward said she could immediately tell which cabins belonged to older guests just by how organized they were. This isn't just about cleanliness, it's about respect. Former crew say seniors understand that someone has to clean up after them, and they try to make that job easier. Number 13, the special requests that drive crew crazy. Now here's where former crew get brutally honest. While seniors are generally wonderful passengers, their special requests can sometimes cross into unreasonable territory. Former guest services agents say the most frustrating requests always seem to come from senior cruisers, demanding specific cabin temperatures the system can't accommodate, insisting on dining table changes mid-cruise, or expecting crew to bend rules that apply to everyone. One former concierge said a senior couple once demanded she rebook their entire shore excursion itinerary the night before a port day. When she explained it wasn't possible, they threatened to leave bad reviews. Former crew want seniors to know they're happy to help with reasonable requests made with advance notice. But last-minute demands that require breaking rules create stress for crew already working 12-hour days. Number 14, they're the best storytellers in the crew lounge. Here's a heartwarming truth former crew share fondly. Conversations with senior cruisers become the stories crew tell each other during breaks. One former entertainer said his favorite memory from 5 years at sea was an 80-year-old woman who'd cruised 47 times and shared stories about how cruising had changed over decades. When a senior guest takes time to share life wisdom or treats them with genuine warmth, it creates moments of connection that crew treasure. Former crews say these interactions are what they remember years after leaving ships, far more than any tip or complaint. The senior cruisers who become legends in crew lounges aren't the biggest spenders. They're the ones who treated crew like family and reminded them why hospitality work can be so rewarding. And now for number 15, the truth about repeat senior cruisers. This is the secret that ties everything together. Former crew members will tell you without hesitation. Repeat senior cruisers who've sailed 10, 20, 30 times are either their absolute favorite passengers or their most exhausting. There's no middle ground. The best repeat seniors are those who've learned the balance. They know how the ship works, they have reasonable expectations, they tip generously, and they treat crew with consistent kindness. These passengers often get recognized by crew across different ships, and their reputations travel with them. But the worst repeat seniors are those who've cruised so much they believe rules don't apply to them. They name-drop loyalty status, demand special treatment, and complain when they don't receive it. So if you're a repeat senior cruiser, ask yourself honestly, which type are you? The one crews smile about in the break room, or the one they warn each other about at shift change? The answer will determine how your next cruise goes far more than your loyalty status ever will. So there you have it, 15 truths straight from former crew members who've served thousands of senior cruisers. The overwhelming message? Crew genuinely appreciate senior passengers who bring patience, kindness, and respect to their crews. The small percentage who don't unfortunately create stereotypes that affect how all seniors are perceived. If you found this helpful, hit that like button and subscribe so you can keep cruising smart. Drop a comment and tell me, are you a senior cruiser? And which of these truths surprised you most? Until next time, cruise smart.